Hey, what's up, good people? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? I'm gonna just go like it is. I don't see my window up. Where's my window? Where's my window for my people? Where is my window for my people? Give me a minute, good people. Comments. There we go. Boom. There we go. Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Freedom for all the people. That's right. Freedom for those. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, fam? How you doing? How you doing? Yep, let's go. Let's go. Freedom for all the people. I love that. I love that. Hey, I got my buddy Josh with me. Y'all know we do Technical Tuesdays. I just called him up and I said, hey, man, let's just get in. We weren't going to do it. Hey, you like this segment? Yeah, we weren't going to do it today, but because of everything that was going on. But hey, I said, hey, let's do it. I didn't know we were going to be going live. Viva Mexico! What's up, fam? Hey, how you doing? Man, I love y'all, man. Y'all are the real deal. I have the best audience out there. Give us your world. Oh, hey, so listen, I don't want to make this one long. I just want to get right into it. For those of you that don't know, my name is Larry Jones. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, follow the instructions down there. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Don't fall for any spam. Anything I say is not a suggestion to buy, hold, or sell. All right? What's up? What's up? Hey, Chicago in the house. Hey, Chi-Town. I'll be there in the morning. Hey, so we know, hey, if you don't like roller coaster rides, you got sick today. The market was crazy today. Absolutely crazy. Now, we know that there's a ban on Russian oil, coal, and natural gas, right? So Russian energy, there's a ban here for those of you around the world in the United States. The president made a speech earlier. Oddly enough, for those of you that saw the live this morning, all of the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, they were all went down while he was making the speech. Remember, we look for signals from the market, right? And then when he finished and left, the Dow jumped up a couple of 100 points. It was crazy. And then by closing bell, it gave it all back. But I want you guys to take a look at what happened. I made this recording. I didn't know I was live. I thought I was recording it because I knew I was going to do this, though I decided to go live instead of recording it just for you guys. But look, this is what happened literally minutes after the president's speech. Hey, what's up, good people? It is 12:20 Eastern time, 12:20 Eastern time at the time of recording this. The president of the United States just got through talking about the ban on Russian energy. The market tanked when he came on, but it's doing something rather interesting right now. So let's look at here. So this is very important. The Dow rebound shortly thereafter. Now the Dow is up 390. Look at that. S&P is up 43. The NASDAQ is up 200. The Russell, you see that, right? But here's what I want you guys to pay attention to, because this is an outcry against oil. Let's look at Lucid, LCID. Okay, let's look at Lucid. Lucid is up 9. It was up 10%. All right. Let me go through and look at some more. Let's look at, this is very important. Let's look at Rivian. RIVN. Let's look at Rivian. If I can get that in there correct. There we go. Charge point is up almost 8.5%. So look at this. These are outstanding gains. EVgo up, 10.5%. Volta almost 11%. Rivian almost 5%. Lucid 10%. Charge point, 8.25%. This is a absolute regurgitation of oil. And that's what it is, good people. Wow. So you guys saw that, right? Y'all saw how Lucid, Rivian, even Neo, though it gave it back. So we had Volta, we had ChargePoint, we had EVgo. All of these charging stations and some electric vehicles went up soon as the president got through speaking, okay? What is that a sign of, all right? The market is always speaking. I always say God is always speaking, but we not listening. What is the market saying to us, good people? And that's what we have to look at. The market was speaking as the president is speaking. Right, exactly. And so I'm telling you guys that if you're not investing into charging stations over the next 5 years minimally, then you guys are missing it. Yes, if you have oil, which I had oil, right? I've took a lot of my profits out of oil, and that's fine if you still have it, if you think it's going to run long. But just remember, if you got a lot of oil, that soon as there's a ceasefire, right, oil could plummet. All right. So I want you guys to be looking at when you should be doing profit taking if you're into oil. OK. And hey, I know it's crazy. I get it. It's been it's been a volatile market, and all of our stocks have just been dropping.
Love lower than low price.
I thought about that. I had to speed it up so I don't get a spanking from YouTube. I was just thinking about that, man. Every time I look at my portfolio, I think about that commercial. Low. That's what all of our stocks are looking like. But we not scared. We prepared. We know that we're dollar cost averaging. We're buying through this. We know that this is just a time and just a season. We know that to invest wisely in a bear market doesn't take a lot of brains. It takes a lot of temperament. It takes guts, good people. And for those of you that are dollar cost averaging into good stock and some of what I call future stocks or things, the disruptive technology, if you're investing into that right now and you're catching these on sale, you're going to be okay. Doesn't matter how red it gets. As a matter of fact, if you keep DCAing, if you keep dollar cost averaging through the red, you're going to come out very good when this actually takes off. All right. So they are all down now. I don't want to go through this. Hey, you know what? Let's look at it now. Let's look at what the Dow gave back. Look, the Dow gave it back. Look, down a negative 184, S&P negative 30, NASDAQ negative 35. You know, the Russell hung in there, but this is what we're looking at. These are the type of days that we're looking at. There's a lot more volatile days ahead, good people. And if you don't have a stomach for a roller coaster ride, then I don't know what to tell you. You might need to get off of this ride. Hey, look at that super chat. Boom. Shakalaka. Hey, man, I appreciate it. We recommend getting on it. What is that?
And Disney call options.
Oh, Disney call options. Yep. Yes. You want to cover that?
Sure.
You know what? We got tech. You know what? We're going to answer that right now. All right. We're going to answer that right now. You know what? I'm going to which platform should I use to trade stocks in Africa? I'm sorry. I really don't know the answer to that. I've been asked that a lot. I just don't know. Technical Tuesdays. Y'all say hello to my guest, Josh. Y'all say hello to Josh for me, right? What I'm going to do, so I didn't plan on going live, all right? But Josh came, we didn't do the mic thing. I'm going to get up. I'm going to give him the seat, and I'm just going to talk. And we're going to go over some stock live, all right? Come on, talk to the people.
Hey, I'm glad to be back with Larry's good people. Most positive community on YouTube. I just love the comments section. You guys are great, and it's amazing to get all that feedback and affirmation. But today we're looking at the technicals. So
Yep.
I'm going to jump us right over into where did you want to start, Larry?
You know what? What do you have up? Which one you have up?
All right. Actually, I wanted to take a brief moment to go over the S&P 500. Okay.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. Listen, a big question is we're in a downtrend. How long is that downtrend going to last? And we're going to look, I'm just going to throw this out there to you that we are perhaps only about halfway through this downtrend. I'm going to say that we're looking at the 3,800 area as a potential bottom to this market.
Okay,
right?
so you're saying 38 for the S&P. There's been a lot of talk about 38 being the bottom.
Yep, I would say that then what that means to us is that in this overall sell-off, right, there's going to be rotation, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of money moved out of growth stocks initially, right? And a lot of those have bottomed out. They're looking at multi-year lows at the moment. And so as this continues to drop, the question that we're looking at is, are we going to see money move out of the value stocks that have been profitable back into the growth stocks, right?
That's been the conversation.
So let's go into charge point to start. All right, last time that I was here, we actually kind of defined our price range. And, in that scenario, we talked about the possibility of it moving back up towards this range of, moving back up towards this range of the 1750 area. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that out here as a potential area for taking profits, right? Because there is, here in the volume, there is just enormous amount of resistance at that spot. And the next area of resistance on charge point is going to be 1950, okay? And we talked a little bit about the historical significance of that particular price because it had been an area of support for charge point and all of these different time frames here. So, when it comes back to that 1950 area, Larry, we're going to see a lot of people that had bought up here at 47 and 37 and 35 who have been holding it in this fear zone, this capitulation zone all the way down to $12, who are going to be needing to get their money back out of that, right? And so they're the ones waiting for it to get up to 1750 or 1950 to cash out. In addition to that, we've got all the guys that came in at $10 and $11 who will have pretty much had an 80% profit to potentially 100% profit at 1950 who are wanting to take profit. So you have a real slowdown right there. So last week we talked about this. Last week we talked about this and we identified the area where we might begin to nibble, and we've seen a little pop from there.
Yeah.
And people are wondering, okay, well, if I did nibble, how long am I holding? Where am I holding it to?
Right.
And I'm just throwing out there.
Right.
These are the price points.
Right.
1750, you might consider taking your profit on half of what you bought, and 1950, you're going to see a lot of resistance there. Now, in the long run, you're going to see it bounce up against these areas of resistance and eventually break through.
Eventually.
So if you're a long-term investor, you may be willing to ride that out. But if you're wanting to take some profits, which in this market, which we just identified right at the start, that we have room to come down in this correction. So if we're still in a bearish trend and we've got room to come down, if you see those opportunities to take profit, then you may want to consider doing that.
Right. We may not have seen the bottom, right? And so here's where technicals meet fundamentals, right? We don't always agree. Sometimes I'll say technically it shows this, but fundamentally it don't. And that's why I'm doing this, right? And then vice versa, right? So you guys have to monitor what's going on geopolitically, right? Because the war changes everything, absolute everything. There was a lot of good news that hit the market last week, but because of the geopolitical situation, it killed the gains we should have had. Who was that? Thank you for your super chat. Saw that caught my eye. I love you guys. So, where we at? Let's go to the next stop.
Alrighty. Okay, let's go back to the charts. So we are also going to look at Volta. Okay, so similarly, last week we sort of defined a price range, and we see that the greatest amount of volume that has been acquired on Volta at this point in time is around this $4.30 mark. Okay, and if we can break above that and get really, if we get a breakout above 550, there's very, very little resistance for it going all the way up to $7. But I'm going to just throw out there similarly that you're going to want to look at taking profits on Volta around the $7 mark if you have bought low. And again, there's even greater resistance above at the 950 mark. So, if we see run-ups, if we see large buying volume come into these over the next couple of weeks as people take profits in oil and they begin to maybe roll back into the growth stocks and the EVs, then you have some price points in which we're going to see resistance. So I would say that we could still nibble at this particular range as we drop, but if we do see a run-up, keep these price points in mind for areas of taking profit.
Right. Now, he said keep these price points in mind. So I got some Volta that I got around the 389, 390. So this is why I suggest that you guys have multiple brokers, right? So I got some Volta that I got under $4. I think it was like 390. I'm not selling that. I'm not trading that because that's where I'm building wealth at. Then you have another portfolio where you could swing in that range. If you don't mind it hitting the 750 and going back down because you're making this investment towards the next 10 years, then you don't mind that volatility because it's going to be way higher than that in 5 years. But if you can't stand volatility, then he's telling you this is where you look at taking some profits. There is no one size fit all. You have to do what's best for you. Myself personally, I do them both. But in this price range for Volta, you guys saw me make 100%. You saw me make 100%. But at these price ranges, I'm buying under $4. I'm holding that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you saw, Larry, that if somebody may have made a mistake and got Volta or didn't sell Volta and they acquired it at 11, 12, 13, and they're kind of holding out hope that it's going to get back up there.
That's a good point.
And they need to get their money out in some defined time frame. They just need to be aware that that's going to take a lot longer. Okay.
Yes,
it's
right.
going to hit this resistance at 7. It's going to come back down.
Yes.
Okay, it's going to test the lower low. It's going to hopefully then break through 7, maybe get to 9, come back down and rest on 7, right?
Right.
And then from there, hopefully go back up and hit 9 and eventually break through.
Yes.
That's assuming that we're seeing the end of this global conflict and that money's flowing back into the growth stocks.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, y'all see how I'm reaching? Because we weren't ready for this, man. I said, you know what? Let me just give it all to the people. Let's go live. All right. Let's go to Charge Point.
Well, you also said you wanted to cover Lucid.
Lucid. Yeah,
That's
I'm
right,
sorry.
that's right.
Let's go to Lucid.
Okay, so
Who's got Lucid out there? Anybody got Lucid out there? Who wants to know about Lucid? Let's go.
Okay, well,
Lucid.
so here's the thing. Can we go to the charts on that? So I just want to point out that we have the absolute majority of volume for Lucid at this 24.44 range. So this is a range that right now is holding because the majority of buyers that are in Lucid have bought at this range. And so we're going to see we're going to need to see it push through above $28. So I'm going to put this out there for you, right? It's going to have a little bit of slow action to break through $28, right? But after it breaks through $28, there's really very little pressure above that point. The next point of pressure would be right here at $38. So really, I would say that if I were to, just sort of give an opinion on Lucid, we're really back in this zone where we had previously consolidated. And I think that Lucid would do very well to begin to reconsolidate in this zone. And if it does so, eventually, as we see the market turn around, we're going to begin to see that upward movement. But again, there's very little resistance to the upward movement. So I would say that there's a strong potential that the first spike up on a great day, we could go as high as $36 to $38 on that.
$36 to $38?
Yes.
You didn't see that, but...
Oh, wow. That's looking pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm right there with you at Lucid. I love me some Lucid. Hey, let's see what else. And then
well, he'd asked about the Disney calls.
Oh, Disney.
Right?
We'll go into Disney. Let's finish the third one, and then we'll go into Disney. Oh, do you have it up?
Well,
already?
did we cover? We kind of covered ChargePoint, Volta, and Lucid.
Volta, Lucid.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go into the Disney calls.
All right. Let me jump in there.
But I have to explain. Briefly explain what a Disney call is. You're right there.
Okay, so really in option contracts, right, you have it's a leveraged position where you are borrowing someone else's ownership of a stock, right, and you are holding it for a set period of time with an expected price that it might achieve. Okay, so that's the length of the contract, right, and a strike price. So you buy an option, and let's say you buy it out for the month of June or July. So if you bought it today, you would be entering into a contract to borrow their stock from now until June or July, and you would be speculating. You can buy it and speculate whether Disney would go up or whether Disney would go down, right? And if you're buying a put, you're speculating that Disney would go down, and then you set a specific time frame for that. Or if you're buying a call, you're speculating that Disney would go up for a specific time frame. And then you have your strike price, right? So, Larry and I are in some call options for Disney at the $60, $65, and $70 strike price for June and July. Okay, and yes, the price, just looking at the price action and having watched these, some of these were $6 to $9 just a couple of weeks ago. And now they're in a dollar range. Yep. So, I would say that in my view, they're cheap, and that they would easily return with just a little bit of movement upwards in Disney to maybe the 142, 145, and 148 range, which I think is very obtainable on a couple good days. Those options would probably double and triple. And heaven forbid we get into the money on those options, then crazy. It would be a serious multiple, in that scenario.
Let's go to EVgo. We're going to keep it moving.
Okay.
We're going to go to EVgo. Yep, I have all of these. Somebody asked about Apple. Apple's going to trade sideways for a little while, okay? And I know that they released some new products today. I believe that Apple's going to trade sideways just for a little bit. And Apple, let's face it, that's an investment. That now is not the season to swing Apple. Now's the time to actually build out long-term positions on Apple, because it could trade sideways for a little while.
Can I throw a thought out there?
Go ahead.
I was actually thinking about Apple, and I was thinking about the markets today, and I was just realizing what great American companies we have, and they're truly kind of the gold standard of companies. I mean, if you look at the Russian economy, you look at Russian corporations, they're being they're being strangled, right?
Right.
They can't run, they can't flourish, they can't grow, they can't make decisions, right? And when you contemplate that we have Apple in the U.S. just has full reign to achieve all of its dreams, then you can understand when the world is looking for places to put money, it's in those big companies that are safe and secure.
Yep.
That's a refuge for your money, right? And so I think you're going to see people begin to put, flow back into those spaces.
Yes. Okay, SoFi. Let's just cover SoFi. I know you don't have it. Let's pull up SoFi. SoFi dipped under $10. I was running technicals on SoFi. And here we're gonna go live with you on SoFi.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Or do you need a minute?
No, let's just
all right,
go
let's
into
go
it.
right into it. All right,
Right.
here we go.
So yeah, so I'm just going to make a couple real simple observations, and I think that hopefully, we're going to help people make their trades, but we're also going to give people a little bit of an education. So the absolute majority of SoFi that was accumulated around 1494. So the majority of people that are in SoFi are in it at $14.94, and obviously they're significantly sort of under profit at this point, right? And it's down in this zone here. It really fell all the way to its original opening price because, again, as you see these volume bars here, the smaller the volume bar is, the easier it is for it to break through that price point. And the biggest, once it broke through the 1487, it was really an easy free fall from there, right? And again, and this is what that means, and this is a little bit of the warning regarding people who might be holding SoFi. There's going to be just like it fell through 1494, you're going to see enormous, resistance to come up to 1494. You're not going to break through it easily. Right. Okay, you got people who are going to be selling their position, who've been holding it for a long time.
Yep.
And you got people who bought it down here at 889.
Yep.
Who have just made,
they made profit. They
80% profit. They're going to dump it.
They're going to dump.
So don't think that when it gets up to this $14 range that you just need to hold a little longer because sooner, in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be up to $25. I'm just going to tell you that it's from a technical standpoint. This is where the technicals and fundamentals meet, right? From a technical standpoint, that's not happening.
No, it's not happening. Because he's absolutely right, good people, because once you up, so for those of you that don't know, right, that don't know about profit taking the way the older investors do, is what they do is when you get to 20 to 25% profit in a stock, you sell, because that's what the old rule of thumb in profit taking was. So you have a lot of people using that rule of thumb, right? But you're trying to see what can I get out of this when they're going to sell. When they bought it down there and it comes back up to where he just said, they're selling. They don't care about it running more. So you have to understand that's going to cause downward pressure, right? And especially if it's big money. Some of these whales, that's their rule of thumb. If I make 25%, I'm out, and they get out, they're doing profit taking, and you're expecting it to run. So SoFi is, I believe, it's just going to be volatile for a while. It's going to bounce in that range.
Add to this as far as why you're going to see this more of a resistance. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got hundreds of millions of dollars of money that is being utilized by day traders.
Yep.
So when a stock moves like this and goes up, a certain percentage,
right,
they're going to come in and go, this is the hot stock.
They're out.
They want to jump in.
Yep.
And they want to trade it up.
Yep.
They're going in and out, trading all the moves.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get out before the end of the day.
That's it. In 2008, all right, when I called you and said, hey, you need to be investing. Yep. In 2008, 15%. I used to go 15 to 18. Well, it was 15 to 20%. If I made 15 to 20% 3 times a week, 4 times a week, that's all I was doing.
Absolutely.
And I was back out. I wasn't running the risk. So 2020 came along and it changed the game. Now we got a lot of people that spoiled or new. But you may say, hey, 20% is nothing. If you make 20% every day, and hey, I started with 20% with $500. Then I was making 20% of $50,000. So if you could do that 4 times a day, 4 times a week, 3 times a week, you're making serious money, right? And so you got to understand there's whales that have bells of money that is doing this. All right.
They've got hundreds of thousands on leverage.
On leverage.
Okay. Which means that they can't hold that overnight. They pay a larger percentage, right? So they have $100,000 on 7x leverage. They're coming in at the end of the day or on a percentage run up, and then they're getting out.
Yep. So, you know what? I know you don't have Neo up. I see it asked a lot.
Let's just
go for it. Let's just go to Neo because this is gonna be the last one, and then we're just gonna call it. I just wanted to give an update, and we're gonna cover some stock, but we're gonna cover Neo and go from there. You guys know I'm just telling you right now. All right. I'm telling you guys right now. Hey, thank you everybody for the super chats. Bless you guys.
How much of that super chat am I getting, Larry?
Oh, you're gonna get it.
Can I get a breakfast or a lunch or
you
something?
know, you like McDonald's?
We'll do it.
Yeah, you
Medium coffee.
You can't supersize.
All the creamer I want.
Can't afford to supersize because it wasn't that much today. So hey, keep moving near the mic. Oh, okay, yes. I'm sorry. This was unconventional. We didn't know about this. Yes, so he's swinging on SoFi. Yeah, I'm swinging on SoFi, but you know, one day SoFi is going to break out. Hey, we already covered EVGO. I'm going to just rewind it when we repost it. I understand what. Oh yeah, yep. So we covered that. All right. Appreciate you, Josh. See there? They showing you love.
I love it.
They're showing
Great
you love.
Community.
Yep. Hey, anything that I could bring to you guys, I will. Whether you said you were doing EVGO. Yeah, we did it. Oh, it may be late. So we covered EVO. All right, so Tesla. Let's cover NIO. We'll cover Tesla. We got I believe that Tesla is going to hit $1,200, but Tesla is going to trade sideways for a while. And I will tell you, the other morning when I went live, we were buying Tesla at $700. And then we sold, I swung at that time again and sold it for $8, whatever it was. That was the time to buy Tesla. All right, let's just look at NIO. Now remember, here's what I got to tell you. I want everybody to listen to me on on NIO, right? I gotta tell you guys the truth about NIO. Okay, we're gonna look at some technicals on NIO, but the fundamentals on NIO right now is weighing way heavier than the technicals. The fundamentals on NIO is it's a Chinese company. All Chinese companies right here in the American markets right now are not doing well because of the geopolitical situation that is going on because of their relationship with Russia. Okay? So we have to let you know the dangers of it. Now, I like NIO as a company, and I'm gonna purchase some NIO later in the Hong Kong markets. That way I don't have to worry about it being delisted. And that car is cold. That NIO car is cold, man. It knocks Tesla out of the water. But I'm just telling you guys that if there's any talk, and there's always talk and it never gets proven, if there's any talk about Chinese companies being delisted, and NIO's gonna tank. Now, I got in NIO for a swing trade, as you guys know, and I got caught because I was trying to buy the rumor selling news up to NIO day. And so I have some NIO, and I'm taking a bath just like you guys are. So, Josh, I'm putting it on you.
Well,
I'm putting all the weight on you.
I'm gonna.
Should we now, knowing the fundamentals that I just brought, is it a sign to hold?
I have a feeling that
or sell?
I'm going to be unpopular in this particular comment.
All right, go.
Okay, so
see, we don't agree all the time, good people.
Yeah,
we don't.
So that'll be plain to see.
All
right. So we have the issue. We look at Russia, right? Russia invaded the Ukraine, and what happened to their stock market?
Yep.
And first day, it went to half. Right, and the ruble
is worth less than 1 penny now.
The ruble worth one penny, right?
No, less than a penny.
So now, if Russia succeeds in any part of this, it's obviously going to send a flag to China, right? Who's been drooling over Taiwan for years, right?
Okay. Don't go too deep in this because these people are like, don't go into politics.
Well, all I'm saying is that you have that doubt or that concern. Right. And if there was any other additional military moves anywhere in the world right now, you're going to see their stock market take a pretty strong hit.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
So this is my fundamental view of the concern. So I can't see how you can put large amounts of money into NEO right now
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
until
That's what I'm saying.
we have some of those fears removed.
Right.
Those fears could be FUD.
Yep.
Right? Fear,
Yep.
uncertainty, and doubt. But
Yep.
they have to be removed.
Thank you for the super chat. Go ahead.
So yeah, but should we look at the technicals on NEO?
Let's look at the technicals on NEO, right? So I'm going to say for my family, I just got to speak the truth whether it's popular or not. Right now on NEO, me personally, yeah, you know what? Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. So I'm personally not putting money into NEO at this point because it's been going on a downtrend all this year, right? So what I'm trying to do is get my money back from NEO, right? So I would rather buy it on a Hong Kong market, at least that way I don't have to worry about it getting delisted or whatever. It doesn't react the same, okay? But right now I'm not buying it. Right now I'm not buying it anywhere.
The incentive just doesn't seem to be there.
It's because I would roll that money into charge. I would roll that money into Lucid.
Yep.
I would look at Lucid. Okay, let's look at where the price point. Let's look at the percentage of how Lucid performed this week. I can pull that up, and let's look at or this year. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys here. Let me pull this down. Hold on, and then I'm gonna let you go into that. So I'm working on this chart for you guys, good people. Where's my? All right, so I'm gonna put Lucid right here. LCID, it's going to help the people. Okay, and then we're going to compare that with we're going to compare Lucid with NEO. Okay, I want you guys to look at something. So I'm not against NEO. Why is NEO not coming out? Okay, so and then we're going to go to year to date. Right?
Well, you see the story right there already.
Look at that. Lucid, if you go year to date, all of these cars, if I put Tesla here, all of these will be red, right? All stock are red right now, okay? But NEO is down 46% and Lucid is down 40%. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated. But let's do this. Let's go out 1 month. Let's go out 5 days. Now look at it, right? Remember, NEO is the yellow one. Lucid is the blue one, all right? This is why you're going to start seeing a separation. Remember, see here, they were heavily correlated. And then what? Boom, breakout. NEO starts trending downward. Lucid starts trending upward. Okay.
Well, and I would love to add to that, Larry.
Yep, go ahead.
When it comes to NEO, we have only lower highs and lower lows.
Yep.
But actually here on we'll say on March 8th,
right,
we actually made a local higher
high.
So
yep.
that's pretty bullish.
Yep.
Pretty bullish.
Yep. So that's what I wanted to show you guys in the charts. So sometimes we think that if we down in a stock, we got to make our money back in that stock. Not so. I've made way more money doing it this way. So sometimes I'll take that and I'll roll it over into something else. So that's what I did last year when I sold my NEO because I was tired of the Chinese FUD. I rolled it over into Lucid and I bought more Lucid. And then I rolled some over to Volta. And you guys remember when I said, hey, it was time to take some profits. And that's what we did right after what? The infrastructure bill, when everything popped. All right. So, technicals is one thing. Fundamentals is another. And knowing when to move is a big portion of it. Like that song, when you move, I move, we move, they move. Y'all, I'm jacking it up. Y'all know the song, but that's true. All right, what's the last one we're going over? That was it, wasn't it?
Well, we talked about just looking at NEO real quick, just to give people some price points. So yeah, I mean, if we're just gonna take a quick glance on this, we are obviously we're at a point of support. So 19. This lower part of 1855, it's really kind of broken below that. But I think that this general area is somewhat holding. If it truly breaks below this 17, really where it's at today, it would be nothing for this to drop back to $12, right? There's really no more support here until you get to $12. So I do imagine that we're going to see what I'd call consolidation and sideways movement in this range. But again, I'm going to go back to some of the earlier warnings. You're going to see massive resistance starting, really, I would say starting at 35 and then 37 and then 40. So, I mean, this is the area that you're going to see, that other people are taking profits and other people are trying to reclaim their cash. So just be mindful of that. That's going to be really the low 30s. Okay?
Yes. Hey. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. He wants you to Mullen, Muln, pull that up. That's going to be the last one we're talking about today. Hey, thank you guys. Two brothers giving out good information. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Bobby Barnes. Bless you, bruh. Love you, man. Love you. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it.
Well, it's always interesting to jump into a stock I haven't looked before. But hey, I mean, let's just, look right at that volume bar.
I want you to look them in the camera and say they have to do their own fundamentals on it, because you're just jumping into it.
Yes,
it's been a hot stock for the it's been another hot stock that everybody is on.
Okay, let's go to the charts on that. So yeah, so you see, I mean, this thing is sitting on support, right? I mean, so this is where the majority of buyers have come in, and I'm just going to kind of repeat that, what we want to see from this obvious falling knife is a period of consolidation, right? And rebuilding, right? And at that point, we want to begin to see some higher highs and some higher lows. I would say that, if we go real close and zoom in on this stock and just look at the last couple days, I'm going to suggest that we have yet to see any higher highs or higher lows. So at the moment, the best that you can hope for is consolidation in this range. And, but I would say that it's definitely interesting, because look at that opportunity. I think your first sell point is clearly defined here at 528, but I mean, that's almost a 4x. So I actually appreciate him bringing this to our attention, and I'm going to spend some time looking into this more, because I think there's actually an interesting trade there.
Right. So I'm going to end by this, because I'm way longer than I wanted to be. So listen, just like this one, just like everybody was on BBIG, just like everybody was on GameStop, I want you guys to start to look for other stock, all right? There's over 5,000 different stocks, okay? There's over 18,000 different cryptos. And what you're gonna find, if you really wanna make money, I've been doing this a long time. I made my first traded in 92. What you're gonna find is there's gonna be stock that the herd is not talking about. That's gonna make you crazy multiples. Nobody was talking about Volta. I just found Volta when I was searching for something different, while everybody else was chasing all of the hype stock. And you guys saw, I made 45 G's. I hate just dropping numbers like that. You guys know I don't get down like that. But when you can make that kind of money on the stock, and then of course all the other YouTubers start talking about it too, that's cool. Sometimes I get stocks from other YouTubers too. That's all fair and that's all fair. But I want you guys to understand, whenever you hear a hype stock, never go in and buy without doing at least 15 minutes, 10 minutes of study. But zoom out the last month, 3 months, before you buy anything, because you may be buying it at the top, okay? So I just want to keep giving you guys some real solid fundamental lessons so you can make money long term and not just wait to hear what's the next hype stock or what's the next. Never jump on a stock just because everybody's saying it's hot, all right? So, hey, we're going to leave it right there. Hey, you guys. If you like this, I'm gonna help him set up his page, and Josh is going to be doing his own thing on his own page, and I'm just cracking a whip on him to get started. And so, hey, if you guys like it, hey, just leave me some comments if you like this. We still going to do Technical Tuesdays here. And thank you guys for the super chat. So I'm gonna let him supersize. So I got enough.
Am I getting a bigger fries?
You
later?
get bigger
Okay,
fries, man.
okay.
You can get a drink with your fries.
Sweet.
All right, good people. But hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yes, there's money to be made even through this market. Gold is doing well. Gold hit an all-time high.
We're going to see people taking
right.
profits in gold and
Right.
oil. So
Exactly.
if you're getting in at this point, you're getting in at the end.
Yes. So remember, here we go with the short squeeze again. Okay. I'm going to say something about short squeeze, and I have AMC, right? I bought I purchased AMC, and I still have my AMC because of the principle of what I said. I keep my word. I still have AMC because of the principle of what I bought it on. I didn't buy it for the short squeeze. Though if a short squeeze happened, I'm going to be doing the black church dance. Okay?
Holy Ghost
a
dance?
Holy Ghost dance. Y'all
All right.
going to see me and Josh flipping down. I'm going to say, Josh, just dance, just dance. But I didn't buy it for that reason. So I just want to share. I want you guys not to take all your money. Do not take all your money and buy into a stock just because you think it's going to short squeeze. All right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay well diversified. You got emerging technology happen. You just saw what EV charging stations did soon as the president got through speaking. The market is speaking to you. Just look at it. As a matter of fact, I want you guys to adopt this. Whenever someone gets in front of that mic, whether it be the Fed, the president, or whatever, and they're about to make a statement that's going to move markets, pull up screens, pull up different sectors, and see what stocks tank and see what stocks go up while they're talking. Because that's how you find out what could happen if what they're talking about comes true. I've made a lot of money like that. In 2008, when President Obama said banks are too big to fail, remember? I was buying Citibank at $4.95. I was buying Ford. I just started buying. And then what happened? Boom. So that's what we got to do, good people. I'm going to leave it right there. You got anything you want to say to the people, good people?
I'm glad to be able to talk with you guys and connect with you guys today, and I probably will enjoy going back later and reading the comments. You guys are awesome, and I'm glad to hopefully show you guys something.
Hey, I love you guys. Hey, we're going to leave it right there. Listen, this has been Technical Tuesdays. Hey, listen, I'm going to end this. If you guys could leave some cool comments after it reposts, because, once you end the live, it reposts. Leave some cool comments because you guys are the reason why I do this. When I read cool comments, I'm just going to keep giving you guys everything I got, right? Because this is the time when you guys are going to need some talking through. When you look at your stocks and they're going down, they're just dipping every day, bloodbath. But just know that the longer that you continue to dollar cost average in good solid companies, right? And continue to dollar cost average in, you're actually buying an extended sale. So when you look at your portfolio and your stocks are just dropping,
Love lower than low prices?
just remember that this is only temporary, good people, because all we need is temperament, right? So we're going to continue.
Can I throw in a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Warren Buffett said that rather than look for a 7-foot jump to go over, he says, I look for a 1-foot obstacle that I can easily step over, right? Mm-hmm. And so, when a lot of people got into the market, they are getting in and buying some of these assets at $30, $40, $50, $17, $20, $25. A lot of them are $4 and $1.50. We looked at that, Mullen.
Yeah.
And that's a 1-foot fence. And so this is definitely the time to begin to perhaps step over some of these shorter barriers and to dollar cost average and begin to take some nibbles.
Listen, when you guys look at the charge points and you look at the Voltas and the Lucids and all of thousands of stocks, right? Even Facebook, Meta, look how cheap it is.
Yep.
Look at that.
Real quick, we were trading,
go ahead.
We were trading the option on Facebook.
Yep.
And I think I started tracking it at around $11 or $12, right? And that option right now is, I think it hit $4 today.
Wow.
Right. So
wow.
There is, and that option at one time was well over $70.
70, and it hit what today?
It was at $4 today.
Yep.
So there's an incredible multiple there in some of these great big American companies.
Yep. I'm holding this mic like this. I feel so amateur switching this mic over. But listen, let me tell you guys. We got it done, though. Hey, we're going live. But listen, I want to tell you guys this. You're going to look at these prices a year from now. You're going to look at these prices 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You actually could be looking at these prices by the end of fourth quarter this year. You could be looking at these prices in 6 months from now going, I can't believe it was this low. You have to go against what your feelings tell you, right? Do what's hard. What I mean by that is, if it's a good, solid company, right? What do we need more of? You can't have electric vehicles without charging stations, right? I have more money in charging stations than I have electric vehicles because some of the vehicles are overpriced. But the charging stations, we need 500,000 in America alone, right? And so I remember when I was going, man, back then, charge point was $12 back then. I should have loaded up more. Well, here it is. It's back in this range now, right? And so do what's hard and don't worry about the volatility, because a year from now, you're going to be looking back and going, I remember when charge point was $14, in 2025, 26, when charge point is $150, you're going to be saying, man, if I've only had temperament, if I only did what was difficult when it was difficult, I'd be on easy street now. So I'm just telling you guys, I keep going into these messages. Let's get out of here, man. Hey, we love you guys. Man, I can hang with y'all all day long, but we got to keep it going. All right, good people. Hey, you know what? I'm going to end with this intro. Hey, we love you guys. Say goodbye to the people. He's going to McDonald's now. I hope you like White Castles because that's all I got. What's up, good people?